I went to a workshop and they described certain things that kind of put certain things together. Wayne Buju is one of our cultural heroes, and he's a shapeshifter. He can change forms. He is foolish. He's evil. He is good. He is all these human emotions, human attributes, and he's silly. And so one of the funniest stories is always when he does foolish things, like when he tried to grab the image of choke cherries in the water. Well, what it was a reflection behind him, but he didn't know that. So he's trying to grab the water. Every time he touched the water, it would disappear. And so when you describe that in Ojibwe, it's such a silly story. You know, Ogigagoy David Benan, he attempted to grab him, and you physically can see that he's trying to grab things, and you can physically see the water pulling through that. So it was just the image, the reflection from above his head that he saw. Well, Wayne Buju is the cultural hero that describes, that manifests itself in who we are and what we are. And so a lot of our stories stem with how Wayne Buju did certain things. So when I was talking about Wayne Buju, there was a time when he was traveling across the plains and he ran across the buffalo. And the buffalo, he met with the buffalo, and he also met with the wind, a little whirlwind. And so the whirlwind, he would chase him, and he could never catch up to him. And so he asked, what is your purpose in life, the whirlwind? Oh, he says, my purpose is to bring laughter and fun, because life is not always serious. I tease you, and you try to chase me, and you can never catch me. And so that's my purpose in life. So everything has a purpose. And so I think of that because there was a time when I was really embarrassed by my mother, but nobody else was. We were at a funeral, and she's got a trap line. In Canada, you're assigned trapping areas, and so only you can trap in that certain area. Well, one of the men that was in the services there was her trap line neighbor. And so in front of everybody, she's teasing him. How is the trapping? And they tease each other. My trapping ability is probably not as good as yours and stuff like that. But well, you know what you could do is maybe you could come over to my shack one day and you could spend the night there. And she was flirting with him. And everybody started laughing. And I said, oh my God, Mother, at a funeral? And so again, I took her aside. I said, was that okay to do that? And apparently, you know, at a funeral, your emotions are so pent up, and this was just created as a release. And so the actions that she did by openly flirting with this man in front of everybody started laughing because they needed to laugh. And so the spirit of the whirlwind, we say, comes in, and he says, I will show up in places where people need to laugh, usually at a funeral. You know, most people don't consider laughing at a funeral appropriate. Well, it is. And I've given you permission to do that.